Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today, we're going to talk about a big 2026 sign from Virginia's election. Diving deeper into the election results and exit polls from Virginia paints a picture that Democrats, especially those running statewide or running in a newly redrawn district, really need to pay attention to. The Democratic candidate for governor, Abigail Spanberger, flipped the governor's office from red to blue and did it by 15 points. That's not something to be overlooked, and we know that she had a lot of things working for her. The government shutdown hit Virginia hard, and she really focused in on an economic message, and the opposing candidate had trouble finding a cohesive message. But there's also something else really worth noting. Reporting on exit polling is saying she pulled 46% of rural voters, which, sure, that's an 8-point loss. But in 2021, the Democratic nominee was down 27 points. An almost 20-point swing isn't something to be overlooked. Exit polling is still polling, and people have become distrustful of that. Here's something else to back it up. Election results at the county level show she actually won a few rural counties. How'd she do that? Primarily because she actually campaigned in rural areas. She didn't just say, "Oh, they're going to vote R," and not try. She talked to them about how Trump's tariffs are hurting them. She reached out to them on economic principles, and it resonated. Given stereotypes about rural areas, you obviously have to check to see if race was part of it. Did white people not vote for Earl Sears because she's black? To the contrary, white men are the only demographic Earl Sears actually won. She captured 61% of the white male vote. When you get into the data, it seems pretty clear. A strong, locally tailored economic message in rural areas actually swayed a substantial percentage of voters. All politics is local, and it's the economy, stupid. So, what does this mean for Democrats running statewide or in newly redrawn districts? Statewide races need to pay attention because even if you lose the rural vote, if you can make it close instead of a blowout, you stand a better chance of winning the election. Beyond that, the effects of the One Big Beautiful for Billionaires package is hitting rural America hard. There's a chance to talk directly about policy enacted by Republicans that affects them at the local level economically. But it's probably most important for any Democrat in a redrawn district. In most states, the redistricting involved using rural voters to overwhelm urban voters. Pulling off a Spanberger-esque 19-point rural swing would turn those gerrymanders into dummy-manders. Even half of that, really. Republicans had to weaken districts that they viewed as safe to gerrymander. The governor-elect of Virginia just showed those rural counties aren't as safe as Republicans thought they were when they drew the maps. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.